Anyone who's taken a look at my YouTube channel will know two things about me. One, I am wildly attractive. Thank you. And two, I'm not very good at finishing the things that I've started. And that second one has led to me accumulating a ton of video games that I have either never beaten or never even started. So I did my favorite thing in the world, overthinking, and I think I've come up with a way to fix it. I think. Either way, I'm going to bring you along for the ride. I was inspired to start this project by another channel called Daryl Talks Games. He's done a few videos on backlogs. I highly recommend you check his channel out. And so to start, I created a spreadsheet to show my backlog as it currently stands and to track my progress as I go. This is available. There's a link to this spreadsheet down below if you would like to follow along with me or just to shame me. I don't know. But on this spreadsheet, I have a couple different data points, such as the estimated time to beat, what platform do I own it on, do I own it at all, or is it on like Game Pass or something? These are there to help me pick what game I want to play next. Otherwise, I run the risk of getting overwhelmed and just starting another playthrough of Elden Ring. So as of now, the grand total of my backlog currently stands at 190 games, which, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of games. That's the first time I've said it out loud. Holy shit. Okay, well, anyway, my goal is by December of 2025, that number will be less. Now, I know that that sounds like a bit of a duh statement, and it is, but that means that I have to beat more games than I acquire this year. And for me, that's a challenge. So, my idea to achieve this goal is to complete an average of 3 games a month. So, totaling 36 games by December of 2025. And again, that does not sound like a whole lot, but considering in 2024, I only beat like 7 games, something like that. It is a huge increase. So, we're aiming for realistic here, okay? I'm not trying to beat this whole thing in this one year. Although that would be quite lovely, but I'm employed. I can't do that. Knock on wood. With this economy, with the tariffs coming, who fucking knows? I don't quite know how I'm going to handle games that I choose to not complete yet. I don't want to stick with a game for hours and hours and hours if I am really not liking it, but I also don't want to be dropping games left and right just to meet a number. I think that's something I'm going to figure out when I have to cross that bridge. I don't like my facial hair, but I don't like my face without facial hair. Self-esteem. Just gotta work on getting one of those. Only they sold that on Amazon. And then the final piece of this is every month I'm going to be making a video, recapping my progress, discussing the games that I've been playing, and inviting you to share your progress if you decide to do something similar with your backlog. All right, without much further ado, let's get into our first update. Fortunately, I was already in the middle of a few games when I decided I wanted to start this. So I just beat 3 of them, and there was my first month done. So set myself up for success. Love that. Okay, I don't love the siren. I hope people are okay. Let's shut the fuck up. Oh, I'm not putting that in. So the first game that I beat was Dragon Age The Veilguard. I really hate the in the title. I think Dragon Age Veilguard is better, but they didn't ask me. So who am I? 24601. Growing up as a theater kid, there are some phrases that are eternally ruined for you. Who am I? 24601. Here's a toast to Maureen's noble try. Growing up in theater was so fun. Love the people I met there. But also, I get our reputation. We're having a moment though. The Wicked movie was phenomenal. This is the 4th game in the Dragon Age series, and in it you play as the hero called Rook, and you team up with some characters from previous Dragon Age games, and you put together a team to fight these elven gods that have recently been unleashed. Doomsday, magic. So scary. And it's good. It's good. It's good. I thought it was going to be more serious? I haven't played much of the other Dragon Age games, so my disappointment in this one might be due to my lack of familiarity with the series. It's not that it was bad, it's just not what I was expecting. It ended up being more Hobbit and I was expecting Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean? It just wasn't what I was expecting. But, like, it still did a good job. I still, grew attached to a few of the characters. There were a couple moments that did get me in the emotions, and there was a character who was trans that I thought was really well told, actually. And they didn't just, like, Disney it. It was pretty front and center, and especially in this day and age where people are so quick to, like, say death threats on the internet over anything that they perceive to be too woke. I commend them for that. Someone is yelling, I think, at their boyfriend right there. You can't hear it because I put noise gates on. But there's a staircase right there. There's someone yelling on it. Okay, they're gone. On the positive side, I did like a lot of the actual gameplay. I thought the combat was really fun. I chose a warrior, so by the end, I was like a fucking necrotic Captain America throwing his shield everywhere and poisoning people. That was really fun. That was entertaining. I did enjoy that part a lot. Overall, I did like this game. I wish I had played the other Dragon Age games first, though, because then I think I would have had better expectations going in. Or at the very least, I would have more of an emotional buy-in. Like I would know the world a bit more. I would know the characters more. I think if you don't care about the story, this is a fine entry point gameplay wise. Like if you're just looking for like action, fun time, this is great. But if you are looking for a story, I personally would recommend playing the other games first. I feel like I said a lot of negative things, but overall I liked it. The second game I beat this month was Astrobot. This game is fucking awesome. You play as like this little robot named Astrobot, and don't worry, he will remind you of that. Good luck getting that song out of your head. You're flying around on like this little PS5, you get attacked by an alien or some shit. I don't know. It's a 3D platformer. You're not there for the plot. You're there to just like jump, punch, and collect shit. And it's really good at that. Going into this, I wasn't sure if platformers were my thing. Aside from Banjo Kazooie, I've bounced off of every other platformer that I played in the last few years. So I was kind of surprised how much I enjoyed this one. I do think the key to me enjoying these games is to not 100% things. Originally, when I started, I was trying to 100% every world before moving on to the next one because someone on a podcast that I listened to said that that's what they were doing. So I said, well, that's what I should do because I am what? Easily influenced. But then that ended up killing my like enjoyment of the game. I think I set the game down for like a couple months. And then I think I played all of the other areas in a single day once I like freed myself from having to 100% it because I was just enjoying it so much. If you have a PlayStation, I believe you should play this. It is so fun. And it's not even that long. It's only like, I think it took me like 10 or 12 hours, but that's because I'm slow as shit. So it'll probably take a competent player much less than that. It's not that much of a time investment. I recommend it. Play it, play it, play it. And finally, similar to Astrobot, the third game that I beat this month was Silent Hill 2 Remake. In this game, you play as legally distinct Leon Kennedy named James, and you are going to this town called Silent Hill to look for your wife who sent you a letter even though she died 3 years ago. I honestly do not know what else to say about this game other than it is horror perfection. The environment, the atmosphere, the characters, the actual story. Every time I would start to feel comfortable, the game would throw something new or just remind me why I cannot be comfortable, why I can never let my guard down. Everything that was so weird and off-putting during the playthrough makes sense to me now that I've beaten the game. Well, now that I've watched a YouTube video telling me what was going on after beating the game. This is my game of the year for 2024. I cannot say enough good things about it. I honestly just wanted to play it again. Either wanted to play it again or I wanted to find something exactly like that. I wanted to recapture that feeling. If you know any good horror games, please let me know. Or there is a game on my backlog that you think is similar to that, please let me know. I will play it. We'll play the shit out of it. Okay. I'm just gushing about Silent Hill 2. Oh, that word with that game, too accurate of a combination. Ugh. And that is it for December. So far, I am on track with beating my 3 games for the month. So that brings my current Backlog total to 187. I feel really good having completed things that I set out to complete. Who knew? Who knew that that was a good feeling? I didn't. Marking these games as completed feels really good. They're not hanging over me the way that I can feel other games that I haven't completed yet are. Maybe that's something that I need to work out in therapy. I don't know. I've already gotten a head start on January, which is good because I am moving this month. I should probably start packing. Ooh. But now I want to hear from you. Do you have any games on your backlog that you are hoping to play in 2025? Let me know down in the comments. Alrighty, well, that is about all I have for this video. I will be back at the beginning of February to give you my January update. And until then, Happy New Year. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you later. Bye. When are they going to say or do something that makes sense? Okay, no offense. But what the fuck?